All right. Good morning, everybody. If you can hear me, let me know. Should be working, I think. Hmm. Well, anyone on here use Think or Swim? You had any problem with yours today, Colin? The platform desktop? Hmm. No, I don't think it's. I don't know. I can't figure out what's going on. I can't seem to get it to launch on my desktop, but I just fired it up on my. I was curious. I just fired it up on my my MacBook, and it's working fine. Hmm. Wonder what that's on. That's why I have the web here, which I don't know that I've ever used. Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never used the web, so I can't get it to launch on the. I think it's starting slow. Well, like I said, I just got it to work on my laptop, so I guess never mind on the. But for the life of me, I won't. I've tried. I've been trying all morning to get it to launch on the desktop. I even uninstalled it and reinstalled it, restarted the computer. Nothing seems to make it work. It's annoying. If they did an update, I wonder if that would. I wonder if this. That's my knowledge. My desktop doesn't need updated, but I wonder if it. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I think this might be what we're stuck with this morning, whether we like it or not. Mike, yours is working fine. Yeah, my laptop's working great. But this desk, I wonder if it's the desktop that won't let it for some reason. It's got to be because of that update. That'd be awfully convenient timing. Hmm. Well, we'll make do, I guess. But have you guys ever use this web? It's, it's adorable. I can't get. I can't figure out how to get the. If I pan this bad boy out here. I don't know. That's much better. Like, it's not actually showing me the year, even though it says year. Oh, and it makes me go back. Okay, that's no fun. Oh no, where'd my very unproductive morning? What are these big buttons? They're so big. It's got my little. Why do these bars look so big? Where's the? This is gonna be the most unproductive call ever. Where's the? How do I change? These look like weekly bars. Maybe not. Maybe it's just real big on the daily. What a mess this is. Trying to get my. This is me too, but okay. Now it seems they want two-factor authorization for logins. Multiple start stop. I've tried. I think I'm on my 8th try. The most recent being wonder what would happen if I most recent being after I uninstalled and reinstalled it. Hmm. It may just be hosed for right now. I've been trying for a while. I'll give it one more try. All right, wish me luck. See what it does. Whoa. Oh, the whole thing's freaking out. Nope. Hmm. Here's all I get every time I try. All I get is that. It's like the login is missing. It just keeps doing it. So, all right. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Let's just make the best out of it here. What is this doing? Okay. Where did I get this out? Let's go back to that cute little web thing and just try to do the best we can do here. Trying to figure out where the this is trash. All right, forget this. This is dumb. Everybody, hold on just a second. I'm going to go ahead and log out of this and go over to my laptop. All right, so everybody, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, I think we're back. Took a little longer than I expected, but all right, everybody back with me here. We've lost like half of our day here, but on that web thing, I can't even find how to switch the date. So sorry, I don't really use the web thing. All right, so everybody hear me good? All right, so let's try to play some catch up here. And I'll probably have to reach out maybe to Thinkorswim, or maybe that desktop needs updated, I guess. But all right. Well, while we're looking at it, I was looking at Ford the other day. Little Ford looks like it's probably in trouble. So those of you looking for a more conservative trade there, nice little, as you can see, breakdown. A rally back up to the 950 area would seem to be the most ideal time to get short there. Just to have it all level at 12. I mean, you know, Ford's not like this major volatile thing, but anyway, definitely looks like lower coming. Hard to say where. I mean, I'd probably go with overall. I mean, just looking at this range here, if you told me 750 over time, it wouldn't shock me in any way. So anyway, let's go back to the market here. Zoom in a little. So last week, looking an awful lot like the week before. Nasty little drop to start the week. Reversal, rally, nasty Friday. Last week, same thing. Nasty little drop to start the week. Turn around, rally. Friday, not so much fun. So if we take that for what it is, it sure would have looked like we should expect a lower coming into the week. But go back here and take a look. I think when I last looked, we were actually kind of up. Yeah. So good news is, I guess, good news for the bulls, that is that we're not gapping down by a mile. I'm going to open up higher, and not exactly what I would have expected just looking at last week, but market generally doesn't care, right? The NASDAQ, if we come back over here, got a nice little kind of pan out here a little. So a decent little trend line. Let me get this out of the way. This stuff from earlier. Got somewhat of a decent little trend line of resistance going over top there, which would be our nice little cue that probably the back and forth, the choppiness is probably over right through there. Try to make this easier to see. This is why I don't use my laptop as much anymore. It's harder to see. Right there. Desktop's a lot easier to see. So you can kind of see a pretty good line there being put in by the NASDAQ. Obviously, you can see a decent little support area down here. This 21K is a number that goes back a while. Right through there. I'll go ahead and get rid of this. So it kind of looks like this is more of a decent framework to watch for the NASDAQ. Keeping in mind, our view all along, nothing really changing any of that, is that we expect to be running to at least some new highs. Even if you go back to the beginning of the year and we talk about some of the things that had us concerned, right, with the overall market, our view is still, and was and still is, that we expect to kind of run up to some new highs, even if we are going to take some pain here eventually. Not if, but we are going to take some pain eventually, right? I think we all know that at some point. But all right, thanks, Jeff. So what everybody said that says that there was an update of some kind. I'm just wondering, it doesn't seem to have affected, as you can see, my laptop, it's my desktop. And if you look at that, so I'm wondering if it's my desktop that needs an update or something like that, and not Thinkorswim, because everybody seems to be on the same page. That it sounds like, everything's working for everybody. What is this? Nope, not that. Nope, not that. What's here? Hold on a second. Yeah, it's still doing the same thing. So nothing's really changing there, I guess. But let's see. Yeah, nothing different. So yeah. We'll find out later. But anyway, so this is what I'd be watching Nasdaq wise, and my expectation would be that as soon as we sort this stuff out, we should break to the highs and run a little bit, and that's where I'd start to be getting a little bit more worried about where that's leading to. So also, Barry, you can't get into the laptop version. Okay, this is my laptop. This one's working. So anyway, all right. So as I was saying, I wasn't kind of planning, but Ford certainly looks like a opportunity to look for a short play at some point there. Tesla, we were talking last week about, I believe it was last week, about the break. We'll go ahead and get rid of it. I'll leave it there. I don't know if this is as important. We'll get it out of the way. But talk about this triangle formation, pennant, whatever you want to call it. And we might expect to break to the top side, but at the beginning of last week, we noticed we were breaking to the bottom. And if you recall, our first target was 360, and that's exactly where the stock made it down to on Friday. I would think that breaking out of the bottom of that pattern is going to lead to a bigger fall than just 360. So I'd be looking somewhere down here in the 300 area. We can look back here and see what that level is that I've got highlighted. And let's go back a ways. Let's see what we think of it. Oh, this is from that old peak up top here. So, but you can see here recently that doesn't seem to have, as we kind of pulled through here. So maybe not. That sits in the general 310, 315 area. So I would think we're maybe making our way down that way, and 300. And then if we keep going, then I'd be looking down in that area probably. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this trend line here, get some stuff out of the way, put this level here. So that's what I'd be watching. So I wouldn't think the 360 would hold, but maybe it does. I think we take that out, and then you look a little lower. So now if the market wants to break higher, obviously, that could drag the stock up, but doesn't seem to have cared too much. Remember, most of last week was a rally. So if you look at the most recent week here, that has not been the case. So, but what else we got here? 320-ish for Tesla. Yeah, that was my thought. Maybe not 320. I don't see 320. Any reason to think 320, but I would think this old area back here, again, around this 310, 315 low, maybe. But if you get there, I would think 300 makes some sense. And then again, this was a pretty nice little breakout point back here. So those are the rungs I'd be looking for. I just wouldn't think 360 would hold. Breaking out of that pattern just implies a bigger fall than that. So I'd be looking for lower regardless. Gold keeps doing its thing, right? Remember, I thought maybe 2,900 would give it more fits than it did, but stalled there for 3 days and just kept on, kept on. So we got our, if there's a pullback, we'll kind of watch that 2,800 mark. But ever since we kind of took out this little wedge or this, whatever you want to call it, everybody has their own. Let's see. This guy. There you go. That's better. Right. Once we took that out, our expectation, I believe at that time, was to run to 3K. And so it sure looks like we're on our way there. And no real signs of stopping. Up 40 more today. So let's see. It's kind of run through some of the main guys here. See if anything. Obviously, Google was looking good before earnings. So never mind on that. At this stage, it certainly looks like this, anywhere 180. It's tough to say, but once you get these post earnings things, it's tough to say one way or another. So it never hurts to just kind of let the stock do its thing and do whatever. But it was looking pretty good before earnings. The breakout might have led me to believe we were going higher, but no can do. Then Amazon pulling back as well. I don't see anything I necessarily care one way or another here. Yeah, nothing special. Who else? Let's take a look at Apple real quick. Where the market opens, Apple keeps falling. You got to be thinking here. And yes, as a lot of people have pointed out, sure looks like the basic premise, idea of a head and shoulders there. So yeah, very much certainly could be. And Friday wasn't a joy. I'll tell you what stock that I thought looked kind of sketchy was right here, NVIDIA. Certainly looks like an opportunity to get potentially short. This is a pretty classic, kind of distribution here and breakdown. So one would think if that's going to be the case, then we're going to end up stalling somewhere near current levels, maybe 131 or so. But that certainly looks like a stock that's planning on moving lower. So the thing to point out about this whole space is so many of these guys have already taken some pretty good hits. All the ones that were flying high. So NVIDIA may be the last. Take everybody down with you. So there's not something I'd want to get long on, to be honest with you on that. Really, I don't see too many stocks that I'm like I'd want to. Meta was having a great time, but Friday didn't look all that great. Kind of looks like something maybe petering out a little bit. But as we said a little while ago, if the market goes higher, it's probably going to drag things higher. So this is obviously up as well. But you look at that final day on Friday, coupled with the rest of the market, it just doesn't look really all that thrilling. So Lulu had a rough way, ended the week nasty there. Really didn't care too much about 400. Kind of went through it like no big deal. So you're kind of taking out that little low. So it certainly gives the impression, right? High, low, now lower, low. Sure gives the impression it might be going lower. So could be something to look at for a bearish play as well. Other than that, sorry for all the mix up here, but we'll get it sorted out. I'm going to hop off here and see. I might have to call support because I prefer to be doing my my calls and such and everything on the desktop. It's a little easier. I know it's easier for everybody to see. So I want to get to that and get working on it, but we'll have it sorted out one way or another by next week. All right. Until then, everybody, good luck in the trading.